What's up, you guys? Welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to be chopping it up with my friend JC from Wrong Too Strong. Today's video is kind of all over the place in that we started talking about the Ruff Ryders in this interview, and then it kind of just goes to us just chopping it up. And when I was filming with JC a couple of months ago, we filmed like 6 videos in one day. We were filming like literally all day. So we filmed all day and we're just kind of gassed out and kind of tired. So by the time we got to the Ruff Ryders story, we're both really tired, but I wanted to just share this because we're just chopping it up and hanging out, and I really like JC and I love this story. For those of you that don't know, the Ruff Ryders is a record label that is based out of Yonkers, New York, and the most famous Ruff Ryder is of course DMX. Eve was also a Ruff Ryder, so when I heard that JC was a vested member of the Ruff Ryders, I was like, I need all of the details with this. You need to tell me how you met them. You need to tell me everything. So we break that down for you guys today. There's a story in this story because JC was a vested member of the Ruff Ryders and he actually gave me his cut. So I have been procrastinating putting this story time up for you guys, but this is the official Ruff Ryder vest that JC wore with the Ruff Ryders. It's filthy. I probably have to shower because I touched it. And if you guys could see, like, I don't even want to know what's on this, but I'm not going to wash it. I'm going to put it in a shadow box in my office as soon as I get in office. Who knows when that's going to be. I did not want to take that vest from him because this has so much sentimental value to him, but he kind of breaks down why he gave me this vest, and I will, of course, hang it up in my office as soon as we get the space to do so. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please go down to the description box and subscribe to JC. His story is amazing. It's also very heartbreaking and triumphant because he's gone through so much. He's overcome so many obstacles and challenges. He's been gang affiliated. He's been patched up with the Ruff Ryders. He was a mule for the cartel, and he turned all of that around so that he could try to help people. He actually volunteers his time to go into prison, and I look up to him so much. So JC, Reese and I can't wait to have you back out to Chicago. You are definitely part of the family now. So without further ado, let's get into today's story time, chit chat, ramble, hang out with JC, and talk about the Ruff Ryders. What's up, you guys? So obviously we have JC back from Wrong Too Strong. How's it going, brother?
I'm back.
We're gonna talk about some crazy shit today.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about how he was linked up with the Ruff Ryders, but before you guys watch this video, please click out of here and go down to the description box and subscribe to Wrong Too Strong. Let's get him up to 100K. Okay. That's what you need. You need the YouTube play button.
Thank you.
So you got involved with the Ruff Ryders. We'll put a picture up right here. Tell me how. Like, how did that even start? Just hanging out with DMX?
Well, my brother Kato was DMX's, they were really close friends, and DMX was at my brother's wedding. He had a really big wedding in downtown, and he introduced us, and me and him became friends. You know, I started seeing him a lot at the studio recording because my brother had a music label, and then from there we just, started being friends. I ended up catching a case a couple of months later, and I beat it. My brother pretty much asked me if I would consider relocating to Arizona, to Phoenix, and my grandparents were already out there, so I was like, yeah, I would go down there, like, what's up? And he was like, I want you to go over so you can stay out of trouble and then start pushing my music label and look after X, just have his back. And he made it very convincing. He gave me some money and stuff like that, and I ended up moving out there, started hanging out, and I met Tito and KB were actually the president, the vice president of the Phoenix chapter Ruff Ryders, and I don't even remember how I met them, but I met them through my barber, and my barber knew somebody that was a king from Chicago, and he introduced me to them, and it just like turned into this big thing. And Next thing you know, I was buying a bike. Didn't even know how to ride a bike. I had to learn really quick. And one day,
fake it till you make it. It's
pretty
fine.
much, they didn't even know that I knew DMX. Like, I usually don't name drop.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of a dick move.
and one day I was just like, hey, you guys want to come with me to DMX's house? And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, we're just going to go chill over there. And that's when I was only a prospect for the Ruff Ryders, because you have to prospect for about a year before you actually get your vest. And it was like, I was barely like on my first couple of days that I was prospecting, and we drove out to his house. And when we got there, you know, we walked in and everything, and you know, DMX was there, and he does talk like how you guys, you know, he barks, he does talk like that. Okay, so
in real life,
it is real. He's not a character. He does talk like that. So, you know, we got there, and he seen that I had a shirt that said Prospect on, and he's like, yo, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm prospecting for the Ruff Ryders. He was like, nah. He's like, take that shirt off. And he told Tito and KB to make me a vested member, because you know I've been around with him for a while, and they vested me the next day, and I had to learn how to ride a bike really fast, because obviously if you're a vested member, you need to know how to ride.
Yeah.
And I still remember to this day, like I was I knew how to drive straight, I just didn't know how to turn.
That's a problem.
Yes. So like, I would get on the freeway and just go like straight, but then when we would hit curves, I would get like really scared, because it's like pretty intense to be like, in a car you feel safe because you have that shell over you, but in a bike it feels really fucking scary because you're just like,
the ground is like right there.
Yes.
And yeah.
So, you know, I got better with time, and I think it helped too that I was always drunk. So, you know, I started learning how to drive pretty fast.
You were less worried about injury.
Yes. So, you know, next thing you know, I was popping wheelies, going 100 miles an hour, and yeah, I got arrested, lost my license. Yeah, it was a pretty interesting time of my year. I think I rode with them for about 5 years. 5 years, and
that vest tells a story.
This vest has a lot of history. It's been through a lot.
Oh wow!
You know,
back.
It's been through a lot of you know, getting pulled over by the cops, a lot of strip clubs, a lot of concerts, a lot of history. I mean, even back then, Swiss Beats had a nightclub in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we used to be over there supporting him all the time. And you know, this is before Swiss blew up as big as he is now. So yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of history. I just I brought it with me because I want to give it to you as a present. So yeah, you're gonna have to take it.
No.
You have to.
You need to put this in a shadow box on your wall.
It's a sign of disrespect, like if you don't take a present from somebody like me. If you guys watch my channel, you guys know that I'm a pretty serious motherfucker. So yeah, you better take it.
I'm gonna cry. I don't want to take it.
You can cry.
You. I feel bad taking it from you.
You shouldn't.
Because that's what white people do.
No.
They feel bad when you try to give them a gift that means something so much, but to you it means something completely different.
So this is what I used to tell all my guys when they used to ride with us.
I can't take this from you.
The vest doesn't make you. You make the vest. So I'm still the same real motherfucker. I just don't ride no more. So I just want you to have it so you can have a piece of history.
Like, I am gonna cry. I love you, but I also want to punch you because I don't want to take this from you.
Good. I've been punched in the throat. I've been punched, you know, everywhere. So it's okay.
If you are gonna make me take this, I'm gonna put it in my office when I buy a house in a few months in a shadow box. I'm gonna put lights on it. I'll be hella extra with this vest.
Cool, because it has a lot of history.
I mean, it smells like it has a lot.
It does. It's pretty bad.
It's heavy. Thank you. You don't have to give me that. And I'm going to try to convince you 20 more times to take it back to Arizona.
So the reason, guys, why I'm giving her this vest, honestly, is she's been the only one, actually, out of all my little, I guess, social media buddies, I want to say, friends, She's actually taking the time to actually want to help me, taking the time to explain things to me.
I'm gonna edit this part out.
You better not. I swear to God. You know, she is actually genuine. She's a fucking down-to-earth, real... Can I say bad words?
I think you can say bad words.
Motherfucker. So, you know, to me, that goes... I'd rather have 5 down-ass people with me than have 20 that they're all gonna run when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
So, this is why I admire her, I love her, and we're family now. So, I don't give a fuck if you invite me to Christmas or not. I'm showing up.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, well, we do a bunch of white people stuff. It's kind of boring.
I love white people stuff.
He drinks Starbucks. His beautiful fiance is behind the camera, so don't think anything crazy. But he ordered a pumpkin spice latte this morning.
Yeah.
Ew.
What? So I drank shitty coffee for almost 17 years.
I know, bro.
Shitty coffee. And I don't care what anybody says, like, oh, I even had one of my friends tell me that I was getting soft because
you drink Starbucks?
Because I drink Starbucks now, and I should be drinking black Folgers crystals just like we did in the pen. And I'm
so
like,
bad.
no, motherfucker, I drank crappy ass coffee for fucking years. I'm gonna enjoy a cinnamon dolce latte.
Is that what it's called?
Well,
they have those?
One of my other ones that I like. It's a skinny cinnamon dolce latte. So I don't care. I'm enjoying life. I am out. I did my time. I'm out. I want to enjoy my time. Does that mean I'm going to eat fucking prison in the tray every day because I did 17 years?
You don't want a prison tray?
No.
I can make that happen for you.
I'm good.
We're in Chicago. I can cook up a really good prison spread for you.
I'm good. The only thing that I still eat is bologna sandwiches and noodle soups.
Noodle soups. The tortilla kind?
No, chicken.
Chicken tortilla?
I like chicken.
I like creamy chicken, but I don't understand how people can this is way off topic. I don't understand how people can just make a ramen noodle soup with nothing else in it.
I love it.
Just plain? Ew, no. I need puffs,
Not
Cheeto
one,
puffs.
two.
Yeah, I need Cheeto puffs. I need sausage and pepperoni and pickle and cheese and mayonnaise.
You must have had money on your books, cause I do fine with one soup.
Yeah, I hustled. I would thread eyebrows. I'd braid hair. I do all kinds of stuff.
Okay,
Steal pens from guards.
I'm good. I do very well with just the soup.
So how many years did you spend total? You said 17?
17 in and out of prison.
Man, do you know all the charges you have? Will it take you a minute to...
It'll probably take me a minute to try and think about everything.
Mm-hmm. So if you could go back and do all of this all over again, if you could go back and take drugs across the border, if you could be a drug dealer, if you could have that nice house, that Mercedes, if you could go back and do everything the same, would you?
I would have to say yes. Because then I wouldn't be here today doing what I'm doing and motivating guys like me, and I wouldn't have a story to share with these guys because I would have probably had the same boring life as, I don't know.
A boring life is great now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Going to bed at 9 p.m., waking up at 4, going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wake up at 4 to go to the gym, but I know you do. Man, I'm so grateful for that, but I wouldn't change my past either because it made me who I am, and it gave me a little bit of real world shit to bounce back from, you know?
Yeah.
And as hard as it was, as miserable as I used to be, I think that makes me so grateful today.
And I think that's like the biggest lesson that we take away from our lives is shit's not that bad.
It's really not.
You know, there's people nowadays that'll jump off of buildings because they lost their job. You know, nowadays if I was to lose my job, like if I was losing my job right now, I would probably go home and chill for about a week and then I'll start looking.
Yeah.
But I think that life has conditioned us to enjoy, look at the brighter side of things. So with that being said, like I wouldn't change nothing in my life. A lot of people ask me that question. They're like, "Oh, you're crazy. Why wouldn't you want to change stuff out of your life?" I wouldn't change it because I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be JC. I would still be Monster.
People called you Monster?
Yeah, that was my nickname.
I can see that.
So, no, thank you. I went to school for 17 years.
No, you did not go to school for 17 years.
Yeah, I got my PhD.
In fuckery. But yeah, that pain from our past literally makes us grateful for every single thing. I woke up this morning and I was so grateful that I had coffee. I know that seems so small, but like, trust me, there were plenty of mornings where I did not have coffee in prison. There were plenty of days where I was so miserable, and I'm so grateful for everything, like the tiniest things. You know, I used to complain a lot about traffic. Like, I would get so mad if there was a lot of traffic getting into somewhere. And now I'm like, man, I have some extra time, not on my phone. I can think, and it's just like a peaceful thing getting stuck in traffic now.
Oh, don't even talk about traffic.
You don't like traffic?
We spent literally 5 hours in traffic yesterday, and it helped me appreciate Phoenix, Arizona traffic, because it is
There's no
nothing compared to here.
It took me 40 minutes to get to your hotel.
Holy cow, like, we literally did not move past 20 miles an hour, and in Phoenix, traffic is like 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty blessed.
There was like no traffic, and it took me 45 minutes. And no traffic to me means like, there was a little bit of traffic. But I can't even imagine like being angry about that now. I was so quick to be angry or punch a wall or get so mad. I'd flip tables, I'd throw shit. And I've just learned how to kind of counteract that. And
you're flipping tables?
I was flipping tables, man, yeah. Punching walls.
How could you be so mad?
I was just a really angry person. Drug addicted person. Yeah. You could see it?
Yeah.
See it in there?
It's always the little ones that you like.
Like little dogs.
It's like, they're the ones that'll stab you up like the fastest. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, be careful. Small dogs and small women. Alright, you guys, we're gonna end today's video here. Please make sure to subscribe to JC from Wrong Too Strong. I will, of course, leave his channel dropped down below. Thank you so much for that vest, and I love hanging out with you. Hopefully, you guys can come back out to Chicago. Make sure, guys, that you ask her if she kept the vest, because she might try to pull a fast one. I'm not gonna edit that out. I'll keep the vest. I will. Give me a hug. I don't hug anyone, so feel special. Bye, you guys.